All right, so this is understanding the totality of cancer, or understanding cancer as a whole. So, cancer is born out of the fourth house. The fourth house um, is the foundation, family, home, things that you keep close and dear to you, privacy, basic security, and your children and your mother, your family, everything that is really um, close and dear to you or make you feel at home. So that's the house that gave birth to cancer, because cancer is the fourth zodiac. So it was born out of the fourth house, or it's the fourth zodiac because it was born out of the fourth house. So the ruling planet of Cancer is the moon. So it receives feelings and emotions based on what is within its home, or the state of the home, the state of their private matters and basic security, and the things that are close to them, the things that that they keep around, um that they're emotionally, tagged onto. They constantly receive, but they're ruled by these things. This is why how you would see cancers being very nurturing, have a very nurturing, or being very protective, or being very sensitive. These are all traits of cancer because of its ruling planet being Mars, and it being being born out of the fourth house. So um, it's exalted in Neptune. So that means that when Neptune is in Cancer, it gets excited. It's like it's going to its best friend's house for a sleepover. You know, it's you just know it's gonna eat good. It's about to get it in good. So it's excited, and it's Neptune. Neptune is dreams and illusions, and fantasies, and stuff along those lines. That's Neptune. So it being exalted, meaning that it gets or it gets excited here, so it's active here, or it can be overactive and overexhaust itself. This is how you can get some cancers that can be a little dilute, or are out of touch of reality, or be very imaginative, or because they go hand in hand, because there's a got out of it, or get too lost in those illusions, but they do have very creative ideas, um, or they exist in a realm of creativity, or have their inner dreams, or very very dream based, and illusions, or yeah, driven by their dreams pretty heavily, or driven by the things that they want to see come out, or things that they yeah, but they're opposed by Saturn, which makes sense because exalted Neptune, ruled by the moon, the emotions, and feelings. Saturn is reality, and Saturn is boundaries and restrictions. Saturn, as the Matrix. China is what keeps everything in line, or stability, being able to function. That's society, that's government. Saturn. Um, so it being opposing would mean that it has to work extra hard here. It's not in a favorable spot, so it has to reach into its bag for it to really be itself. This is why it may seem like it's hard for cancers to stay in reality, or for them to be practical. They be caring about shit that maybe they shouldn't be caring about, and giving too much energy to feelings and emotions that they would be better off not having. but because but they're going to be faced with these situations because of being opposed to Saturn. That's things that are that the universe, God, whatever is going to, that's situations and stuff that are going to manifest in front of you because that's the tool that you need, or that's what you need to build the most, or what is being brought focus on the most. So that's what's going to appear in your life the most, or that's going to be the biggest obstacle. um Saturn, reality, and boundaries, and establishing boundaries and restrictions and shit like that. And Mars falls here, so it's probably hard for Cancer to sustain desires and be passionate about things, really holding that fire because of their emotion being too influential. It's maybe harder for them to sustain that inner fire. Be saying they're trash or something like that. That may really hurt them or something like that. I'm gonna give them. But it being fallen doesn't mean that it's not there or that it's not active. It means that it's asleep. So it doesn't know what it's doing. Mars doesn't have too much control. So it can be going good. You can be unconsciously be holding on to your passions and stuff like that, or it can be all right, just be chilling, or it could be another chaos. It's the lack of awareness in that, like, that focus is not being put onto that. Unlike what's being opposed, bare focus is being put on that. But what's fallen is focus isn't being brought upon that, and bringing focus to that may you know give you more like a whole life, or maybe fill in where you lack in life, or fill in what's missing out. And it being its modality being cardinal water, and that's its element. Water would be the yin of the right brain. Right brain is creative, intuitiveness, feeling and emotion. Left brain analytical, and your intelligence and shit like that. Thinking and all of that. Breaking down, that would be the left brain. Water would be yin, right brain, and this is also a memory. You would think it would be in the left, with the thinking and communicating and the being analytical, but it would be water, and actual water too. Scientists have proved that it holds memory, and this is what makes tap water so bad, because all the bad shit that it's been going through, all the plants and shit. The life of a water molecule of tap water, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. That's probably something. You probably never even thought of that little molecule in the tap be screaming and shit like that. They done seen the mama get raped, but shit got dark. But they've been seeing some fucked up shit. Been going through some fucked up shit. But that's a memory. But that's water. So cardinal water is initiating, because that's the how cardinal that modality acts, initiating and sparking and starting new ways of feeling about things, and new ways of being emotional about things, or new ways of feeling things. So this can play out in many different ways. This is how um, you get a lot of cancers that could be funny, because they be coming up with whole different ways of feeling about things and stuff like that. Not all the emotions are bad, it's not all of them are oversensitive. They can be joyful sometimes. There's a lot of happy, there's a whole range of emotions, a whole melting pot, it can be a lot of stuff. But this is also how you can get them to be oversensitive, get hurt pretty quick, and have a little mean streak, or be stuck in their ways, or you can't get them to see things the way you want them to see them, because or you can't get them to stay fixated on this one emotion and stuff like that, because they be creating different ways of feeling about a whole bunch of stuff. So that's how that would play out. 50 Cent is a Cancer, or he's a Cancer son. And that's one of the funniest motherfuckers on the face of this planet. Well, I'm giving him too much credit, but you know, that's a funny ass nigga, you know. Just the way he raps, you know, you should, that's one side, or that's like the funny side of Cancer, and stuff like that. But yeah. Um it's cardinal water, ruling planet the moon. It's exalted, or it exalts. Neptune is exalted here, and Saturn is opposed here, and Mars falls here, and that would be Cancer, or Cancer in a nutshell. But yeah.